There is a reason you are hearing this message today. It is not an accident. It is not coincidence. It is divine timing. Archangel Michael has been watching over you, and he has been trying to get your attention. The signs, the dreams, the sudden moments where you feel something whisper inside you, something is coming, those are not random feelings. They are divine alerts from heaven itself. This message comes before the 7th of November, because something in the spirit realm is shifting. A doorway is opening, a divine alignment that will decide who walks in light and who stays stuck in confusion. And Archangel Michael wants you prepared. He says, "My child, you have been through storms, but not every storm came to destroy you. Some came to clear your path. Some came to awaken your soul. You have felt tired, haven't you? You've been fighting silent battles. People don't see your struggle, but heaven does. And right now, heaven is calling you to stand firm, because your breakthrough is closer than it seems. The 7th of November is not just a date. It's a divine checkpoint. It's a spiritual reminder that you are stepping into a higher assignment, and for that, Archangel Michael must clear your path. So listen carefully, because what he wants to share could change the way you walk into the next season of your life. The message from Archangel Michael. My beloved one, you have prayed for signs, but ignored the whispers. You have asked for answers, but doubted the timing. Now heaven says, no more delay. It's time to rise. You are being called out of confusion and fear. You are being reminded of your divine strength. Every pain you've faced has not been wasted. Every loss had purpose. But now, I must warn you, the distractions are multiplying. They come in forms that look harmless: anxiety, overthinking, comparison, exhaustion, but they are designed to block your vision. Guard your spirit. Do not give your peace to people who don't value it. Do not let your hope die because of what hasn't yet come to pass. Because on this 7th of November, your energy must be pure. Your focus must be sharp. Your faith must be active. You see, Archangel Michael is not warning you to fear something. He's warning you to prepare for something. A season of divine movement. A time where the right doors will begin to open, but only if your heart is aligned. Heaven cannot pour blessings into a heart filled with worry. So before that day arrives, release what no longer serves your purpose. Release the resentment. Release the doubt. Release the thought that you are behind. You are not behind. You are right on time. Every delay was divine protection. Every rejection was redirection. And this is your confirmation. Archangel Michael says, the hand of God has been guiding you quietly. When you thought you were forgotten, heaven was arranging your next chapter. When you cried and nobody saw, heaven recorded every tear. And now, heaven is responding. This warning is not to frighten you, it's to awaken you. The storm is not outside you, it is the confusion that tries to live within you. And Archangel Michael says, silence the noise. Protect your peace. Remember who you are. Because as the new day approaches, something within you must shift. This is the moment you stop doubting yourself. This is the moment you begin to trust what heaven placed inside you. You were never meant to live in fear. You were meant to walk in authority. The same light that guided the prophets, the same protection that surrounded the saints, is the same presence that surrounds you now. So as the 7th of November approaches, do not worry about what the world says. Do not be afraid of what people think. This message was meant for your spirit, not your mind. And your spirit knows, this is your turning point. Heaven is preparing to lift you higher. Archangel Michael stands before you not to scare you, but to strengthen you. He says, rise, my child. Your time has come. Archangel Michael's message continues. My beloved one, you are entering a period of transformation. Heaven is aligning circumstances to awaken your true purpose. This is not a random season, this is a divine assignment. Everything you've endured, every challenge, every delay, was meant to prepare you. For months, maybe even years, you have felt the weight of waiting. You have wondered when things would finally begin to change. But now, heaven says, the preparation is complete. You are standing at the edge of a spiritual gate, and before it opens, you must release what cannot follow you. Because not everyone you love is meant to walk with you into your next chapter. Not every plan you made was meant to succeed. And not every door you tried to open was meant to stay open. This is a holy separation, a moment where heaven removes what drains you and replaces it with what strengthens you. You may notice people drifting away. You may notice situations closing suddenly. Do not resist it. Do not chase what God is removing. What is meant for you will never need to be forced. What belongs to you will never make you feel smaller to keep it. The 7th of November is a signal, not a date to fear, but a moment to become aware. It marks the spiritual reset of your path. On that day and the days surrounding it, you will feel an inner call to choose peace over pressure, faith over fear, and obedience over hesitation. That inner voice, the quiet whisper that says, wait, or move, or trust, that is heaven guiding you. And Archangel Michael says, do not ignore it this time. Heaven is trying to realign you with your original purpose. Somewhere along your journey, you got tired. The world's noise grew louder than your own spirit. You began to question your worth, your timing, your direction. But heaven never stopped seeing who you truly are, a warrior of light, chosen to stand even when others fall. Michael continues. There is a battle happening not around you, but within you, between faith and fear, hope and doubt. And every choice you make in this season will decide which one wins. Feed your faith, and fear will fade. Feed your doubt, and faith will weaken. That is why I tell you, guard your mind, guard your heart, and guard your energy. You cannot hear divine instruction while you are surrounded by noise. You see, this isn't about punishment, it's about purification. Heaven is cleaning the path before your promotion. And what you feel as loss is actually clearing space for something greater. Michael's warning is gentle but firm. Do not return to what heaven has released you from. Do not open doors that God has closed. Do not cling to relationships or habits that drain your spirit. The next chapter requires a lighter heart. This is the time to separate your emotions from your destiny. Many people will misunderstand your silence. They will question your distance. But you are not pulling away from them, you are being pulled closer to God. And when heaven calls, obedience matters more than approval. There is a light building within you, one that has been hidden under fear and doubt. Now, heaven wants that light to shine without apology. You are being positioned as a voice, a guide, a healer, and a vessel of truth for others. But before you can lead, you must heal. Before you can speak, you must listen. And before you can receive, you must release. Michael says, I have gone before you to remove unseen obstacles. I have been protecting you from attacks you never even noticed. But now, you must protect your own peace. You must take responsibility for your energy. You must choose alignment. You may not feel ready. You may still doubt your strength. But heaven doesn't choose the ready, heaven prepares the willing. And you are willing. Even now, as you listen to these words, something inside you knows this message is for you. That knowing, that deep pull in your chest, is your spirit remembering its calling. Do not silence it. Do not dismiss it as imagination. Your soul recognizes truth before your mind does. And the truth is, Archangel Michael is speaking to you through this message because the time to act has come. From this moment, begin to separate your energy. Spend time in silence. Spend time in gratitude. Disconnect from anything that lowers your vibration. Your peace is sacred. Your presence is powerful. The 7th of November represents a symbolic turning point, a shift in frequency. Heaven is aligning your path to manifest the results of your obedience. If you have been consistent, if you have trusted even in confusion, this is when you will begin to see divine confirmation. Signs will follow you. Doors will open without explanation. You will meet people who feel familiar, as if heaven placed them there. And you will begin to feel light again, free again, alive again. But Archangel Michael adds one more thing. Do not rush the process. When heaven plants a seed, it grows in silence. Faith is not about seeing results, it's about trusting the unseen. Your miracle is growing quietly beneath the surface. So do not let impatience ruin what is blooming. Do not let the noise of others drown the voice of God within you. Keep your heart open. Keep your spirit alert. Because soon, you will understand why you had to wait. Michael's message ends with this reminder. Fear will try to make you forget who you are. Faith will remind you. And I will protect you until your purpose is fulfilled. This is your preparation. Not for danger, but for destiny. Not for chaos, but for clarity. You are entering a time where your light will matter more than ever before. Walk into it boldly. Stand in it confidently. Because you are not walking alone. Archangel Michael walks before you, beside you, and behind you, guiding, guarding, and strengthening you for the days ahead. Archangel Michael speaks again, his words steady and filled with warmth. My beloved one, now that you understand preparation, it is time to rise into peace. Heaven does not only call you to survive, heaven calls you to live, fully, freely, and faithfully. The days ahead are not meant to test your fear, but to reveal your faith. You are not stepping into danger, you are stepping into discovery, of who you really are and of what you carry within. You have been trained by every trial you faced. The pain you endured has carved strength into your soul. The nights you spent wondering if God still heard you, those nights built the patience that will now sustain your blessing. Archangel Michael wants you to know, none of it was wasted. He says, do not look at your past with regret, look at it as the classroom of your destiny. Everything that once confused you will soon make sense. What once felt like chaos will soon reveal divine order. You are becoming who heaven always saw when you were hidden in the waiting. This is the beginning of restoration. A new chapter, not written in fear or uncertainty, but in peace and purpose. Michael continues. The light within you is returning to its full brightness. Where you once felt numb, you will feel alive again. Where you once doubted, you will now trust again. Your heart will soften, your faith will strengthen, and your eyes will open. Heaven is not asking you to work harder, heaven is asking you to rest deeper, to rest in trust. The struggle ends when surrender begins. When you stop trying to control outcomes, you make room for divine flow. And in that flow, miracles happen naturally. Michael says, peace is not found by escaping life, peace is found by inviting God into every part of it. You have carried burdens that were never meant for you. Now lay them down. You do not have to fix everything, only trust that heaven already has a plan. The path ahead will not be loud. It will not be filled with sudden drama or endless noise. It will feel like stillness, like a calm wind after a long storm. That calm is not emptiness, it is healing. It is the sound of heaven working quietly on your behalf. As you walk forward, you will notice small confirmations. A message that appears when you need comfort. A door opening that once seemed closed. An unexpected peace when you choose forgiveness. These are signs of alignment. Do not call them coincidences, they are the fingerprints of grace. Archangel Michael reminds you. You are safe to move forward. The past cannot hold you anymore. You are not who you were, you are who you are becoming. So begin again. Let each morning be a reminder that mercy renews daily. Speak kindly to yourself. Bless what you have, and more will grow. Forgive what hurt you, and your spirit will breathe freely again. You will soon feel the lightness of release. The weight of old fears will lift. The guilt you carried for mistakes will dissolve in understanding. Heaven never asked you to be perfect, only to be present. Now, you are being positioned to inspire others. Every wound you healed becomes wisdom for someone still searching. Every tear you shed becomes a seed of compassion. You will find yourself comforting people in the same way heaven once comforted you. Michael says, do not underestimate your presence. You are a carrier of peace. When you walk into a room, the atmosphere changes, not because of your strength, but because of the light you carry. That light is divine, and it cannot be dimmed by doubt. You may still have days of uncertainty. You may still feel moments of weakness. That does not mean you are failing. Even light flickers sometimes, but it never loses its source. Keep returning to gratitude. Gratitude is the key that keeps heaven's door open. When you feel anxious, breathe and remember, you are guided. When you feel alone, whisper, I am protected. When you feel tired, say, I am being renewed. Every affirmation is a small prayer that aligns you again with peace. As you continue this journey, Archangel Michael gives this simple guidance. Stay humble in blessings. Stay hopeful in waiting. Stay honest in prayer. Let your love be stronger than your opinions. Let your kindness speak louder than your pride. This is how you walk in light. Not by power or perfection, but by peace. Your purpose is not to prove your worth, it is to express God's love in everything you do. Soon, you will notice divine acceleration. Things that once took months will resolve in days. Ideas will become opportunities. And people meant for your destiny will cross your path effortlessly. Do not rush it, just be ready. Archangel Michael says, when the heart is at peace, blessings travel faster. When the mind is still, instructions become clear. When gratitude fills your words, miracles follow. So let peace be your posture. Let forgiveness be your weapon. Let faith be your foundation. You are walking into a season where clarity replaces confusion, where hope replaces heaviness, where love replaces fear. Heaven's plan for you has never changed, only your awareness of it has. Now that your awareness is awakening, everything begins to move into place. Look at how far you've come. Even in your weakest moments, you did not give up. Even when no one understood, you kept believing. That persistence has been seen. And heaven rewards faith that refuses to quit. Michael closes this part of his message with these words. You have not been forgotten, you have been refined. You are not behind, you are being prepared. The light ahead of you is brighter than the shadows behind you. Walk forward with courage, for heaven walks with you. Take a deep breath. Feel the peace that surrounds these words. Let them sink into your spirit. This is your moment to rise, not in fear, but in faith. Not in striving, but in surrender. Because you are already enough, already loved, already chosen. Archangel Michael speaks again, his voice calm and clear, like a steady light after long rain. My beloved one, you have understood preparation, and you have stepped into peace. Now I will teach you how to remain in alignment, so that the light within you never dims again. Peace is not a moment, it is a way of being. Faith is not a feeling, it is a daily choice. And alignment is not found by chasing signs, it is found by living truth. Heaven calls you not only to hear divine guidance but to walk in it. Every sunrise gives you another chance to begin again. Each decision, small or large, shapes the path of your spirit. Alignment begins with attention, what you dwell on, you draw toward you. Michael continues, guard your thoughts, for thoughts become seeds. If you plant worry, you will harvest restlessness. If you plant gratitude, you will harvest peace. The mind is holy ground, keep it clear, keep it kind. Morning alignment. When you wake, speak softly to heaven before the world begins to speak to you. Whisper thanks for another breath, another chance, another sunrise. This simple gratitude anchors your day in faith. Do not rush into noise, give your spirit a moment of stillness. In that stillness, heaven sets the tone of your steps. Begin your morning by asking, "What would love have me do today?" This question opens doors that anxiety keeps closed. It draws patience, compassion, and divine order into your tasks. If the day brings challenge, answer with grace. If it brings blessing, answer with humility. Every moment becomes sacred when offered to God. Listening throughout the day. Michael says, heaven speaks through peace, not pressure. When a choice brings calm, it is aligned. When it stirs fear, pause and pray. Alignment is a rhythm, not a race. You will know you are in it when time feels guided, when coincidences feel like conversations, when your heart stays gentle even under stress. Heaven uses simple signs, a phrase that comforts you at the right moment, a sudden knowing that helps you choose, a door closing that later saves you pain. These are not mysteries to solve, they are love letters from God. Pay attention, but do not become anxious looking for them. Signs are confirmation, not direction. Direction comes through quiet trust. Protecting your energy. You are light, and light attracts both warmth and shadows. Not everyone will understand your peace, but your peace is not for them to understand. Michael teaches, set boundaries not out of anger but out of wisdom. Guard your energy so you have strength to give freely where it matters. If conversations drain your spirit, withdraw without guilt. If certain spaces dull your joy, limit your time there. You are not rejecting others, you are protecting your mission. Your clarity must remain intact, because others will look to you for guidance when their own storms rise. Feeding the spirit. Every soul needs nourishment. Just as the body needs food, the spirit needs truth. Read what uplifts you, speak words that build rather than break. Surround yourself with people who remind you of light, not those who celebrate darkness. Choose music, words, and thoughts that raise your vibration. The atmosphere you create becomes the garden where faith grows. Michael says, when you feed your soul with peace, your actions follow. The fruits of a nourished spirit are kindness, patience, and discernment. You will not need to prove your faith, your calm will reveal it. Dealing with fear. Even in alignment, fear will whisper. It will tell you that progress is too slow, that blessings are too far. When it does, remember, fear is only faith that has forgotten its source. Do not fight it, simply remind it of truth. Say within yourself, God is still here. Repeat it until your heartbeat slows. The more you speak peace, the more your body remembers safety. Heaven does not demand that you never doubt, it asks that you never stop returning to trust. Forgiveness as freedom. Michael continues, forgiveness keeps the heart light enough to fly. Without it, you remain tied to what hurt you. Forgiveness does not excuse wrong, it releases your spirit from carrying it. Every time you forgive, you make space for joy to return. If forgiving feels impossible, begin with willingness. Say, I choose to forgive, even if I don't yet feel it. Heaven honors the choice and heals the feeling. Peace will follow, quietly but surely. Evening rest. As daylight fades, gratitude closes the circle. Before sleep, review your day without judgment. Where you stumbled, ask for guidance. Where you succeeded, give thanks. Then let it all go. You were never meant to carry a day longer than it lasts. Michael says, rest is a form of trust. When you sleep, you show heaven that you believe tomorrow will come with mercy. In that rest, your spirit resets. Dreams may bring reminders, comfort, or clarity, receive them with openness, but do not cling. Everything you need will find you at the right time. Serving through light. Alignment is not only personal, it flows outward. Once peace fills you, it must overflow. You become an instrument of calm in a noisy world. A gentle word, a listening ear, an act of kindness. These are silent sermons that heal more than long speeches. Michael explains, heaven's plan is never only about you. Each soul awakened becomes a lamp for many. Where you bring peace, heaven multiplies it. So carry that light into your work, your family, your community. Do not underestimate small acts, they echo across unseen realms. Every time you choose love instead of judgment, heaven expands through you. Staying humble. When blessings begin to increase, humility keeps them pure. Gratitude turns success into worship. If you receive praise, pass it upward, to God be the glory. This keeps your spirit clear and your motives clean. Pride closes doors, humility opens them wider. Michael says, the greater the light, the deeper the root must be. Stay grounded in prayer, anchored in truth. Returning to center. There will be moments when you drift. Life will test your patience. Old habits may call you back. Do not despair, simply return. Heaven never shuts the door on a returning heart. The practice is simple: pause, breathe, and remember love. The world will grow louder, but you have learned silence. The world will rush, but you have learned stillness. Each return strengthens your alignment, as muscles grow through repetition. Living as a messenger. You may wonder why you were chosen to receive these words. Michael answers gently, because your heart listens. Because you are willing. Because heaven needs voices that speak peace, not fear. You are not expected to know everything. You are expected to embody what you know: compassion, patience, hope. Every time you respond to frustration with kindness, you deliver a divine message without speaking a word. The world changes one heart at a time, beginning with yours. Heaven's assurance. Finally, Michael gives this promise: even when you cannot feel guidance, you are still being guided. Even when you doubt, faith remains inside you like a hidden ember. It cannot be extinguished, only covered. Fan it gently with prayer and gratitude, and it will burn bright again. Heaven has not left you alone to figure out life. Grace walks beside you in ways you do not see. When you miss a step, mercy meets you there. When you fall, love lifts you quietly. The path of alignment is not about perfection, it is about presence. So walk softly, listen deeply, and trust continually. The same hand that brought you this far will carry you further still. Michael's closing words for this part are simple: live gently, love boldly, forgive quickly. Do these things, and you will never lose alignment. For where there is love, there I am also, guiding, guarding, and giving strength. Michael's voice returns, steady and luminous, carrying both gentleness and authority. My beloved one, he says. You have learned to find peace, to live in alignment, and to stay grounded in faith. Now it is time to remember why you were chosen. Every soul is born with a divine purpose, not to impress the world, but to bless it. Purpose is not always loud, sometimes it whispers. Sometimes it hides inside what you already love to do, waiting for you to see it as sacred. You were not placed on this earth by accident. There is intention behind your existence, a divine design that only you can fulfill. No one else carries your exact blend of compassion, strength, and experience. Every joy you've known and every tear you've shed has prepared you to be who you are now. Heaven wastes nothing. Michael continues. Purpose begins with love. What you love to give, to create, or to nurture is often the clue to your calling. When you serve from love, heaven multiplies your efforts. When you chase recognition, the work loses its light. Discovering your divine assignment. The first step in walking in divine purpose is listening, not to the noise of comparison, but to the voice of truth within you. Ask yourself quietly, what stirs my heart every time I think of it? Is it comforting others? Teaching? Creating beauty? Protecting life? Whatever awakens compassion in you is a doorway to purpose. Do not underestimate small callings. Some are called to lead, others to listen, some to speak to millions, others to change one life at a time. All are sacred when done in love. Michael says, heaven measures impact by sincerity, not by size. A whisper said in kindness can shift a destiny. Overcoming the fear of purpose. Many hesitate when they sense their calling. They say, I'm not ready, or I'm not worthy. But Michael answers, no one begins ready, readiness is shaped through obedience. When you step forward in faith, heaven equips you. What you lack, grace supplies. Do not wait until you feel perfect to begin. Perfection is an illusion, purpose is a process. Even your weakness becomes useful when surrendered to God. He uses broken vessels to pour living water, because cracks let light shine through. When fear says, what if I fail? Answer, what if this is the moment I was born for? Heaven never calls without preparing. You are not alone in this path, unseen hands surround you, guiding your every sincere step. The role of patience. Michael reminds. Purpose unfolds in seasons. Do not rush the seed before it's ready to bloom. Just as a tree doesn't bear fruit overnight, your calling matures with time, faith, and endurance. There will be moments of silence where it seems nothing is moving. But in those quiet seasons, your roots are growing deeper. Patience is the soil where strength takes root. Each delay has purpose. Every pause protects you from what would harm your growth. When nothing seems to happen, something unseen is being built within you, courage, character, and clarity. One day you will see that even the waiting was divine timing. Serving without expectation. Michael's tone softens. When you serve, serve with open hands. Do not look for applause, for heaven's approval is reward enough. True purpose is not to be seen, but to see others, not to be praised, but to lift those who cannot yet stand. When you give love freely, it circles back multiplied. But if you give only to receive, the flow stops. Heaven's energy moves through humility. A servant heart carries the greatest power, for it mirrors the heart of God. Every act of service is recorded not in books, but in eternity. Even if no one notices, heaven does. Michael says, the light you give in secret shines brightest in heaven's sight. Using your gifts wisely. Each person carries gifts, some visible, some quiet. Wisdom, empathy, creativity, courage, healing, understanding, these are all spiritual tools. Do not compare your gifts to others. Comparison is the thief of clarity. Instead, refine what you've been given. The more you use your gift with love, the stronger it grows. Michael explains. A gift is holy when used for good. A voice becomes healing when it speaks truth. Hands become sacred when they serve others. Mind becomes divine when it seeks wisdom. Do not hoard your light out of fear or pride. You were trusted with gifts because heaven knew you would use them to build, not destroy. When you doubt your worth, remember, God does not create anything without value. The balance of action and faith. Purpose needs both movement and trust. Too much waiting breeds stagnation, too much rushing breeds confusion. Walk steadily, pray, then act, then pray again. Every step offered in faith becomes part of the plan. Even detours can lead to destiny when guided by humility. Michael says, when you walk with God, no moment is wasted. Every closed door teaches discernment. Every opened one teaches gratitude. Your task is not to control the path, but to stay connected to the one who guides it. When you lose direction, pause. When you feel tired, rest. Heaven's plan is never harmed by a moment of stillness. It is better to move slow in faith than fast in fear. How to recognize purpose in everyday life. Purpose is not always dramatic. It reveals itself through daily choices, how you speak, how you react, how you treat those who can give you nothing in return. Every ordinary moment hides divine opportunity. Helping a stranger, forgiving an enemy, comforting the lonely, these are not small, they are sacred acts of alignment. Michael whispers. When your motive is love, you are already fulfilling purpose. Do not wait for a sign in the sky, look for it in your daily kindness. Your workplace, your home, your friendships, they are all altars of service. When you approach them with love, you transform them into holy ground. Facing doubt and opposition. Whenever light grows, shadows react. As you step into purpose, resistance may rise, criticism, misunderstanding, even loneliness. Michael assures. This is not punishment, it is proof that you are shifting atmospheres. Darkness resists where light increases. Do not let opposition break your spirit. Let it refine you. Use pain as a mirror, to see what still needs healing, to strengthen your faith, to learn compassion. Those who misunderstand you now may later thank you for standing firm. Every great calling carries tests. The fire does not destroy gold, it purifies it. So endure with grace. Heaven will vindicate your purpose in time. Walking with consistency. Purpose thrives in consistency. Small, faithful steps build what giant leaps cannot. Commit to daily alignment, prayer, patience, and persistence. When you are consistent in the unseen, heaven reveals results in the visible. Michael teaches. The strength of your mission lies not in moments of inspiration, but in the quiet persistence of your heart. Keep showing up, even when no one claps, even when you feel unnoticed. Every seed planted in faith will bear fruit in season. The results are not your responsibility, obedience is. Becoming a channel of light. You are not meant to hold the light, you are meant to pass it on. Through your purpose, others will find their way. Your peace will heal the anxious. Your faith will strengthen the weary. Your kindness will awaken those who forgot love. Michael says. You are the bridge between heaven and earth, where divine love touches human need. Be steady, for others will walk across your faith. When you uplift one soul, you honor the divine plan. When you forgive one wound, you shift generations. When you choose peace instead of anger, heaven rejoices. The reward of purpose. The greatest reward of purpose is not wealth, fame, or praise. It is peace, the peace of knowing you are exactly where you are meant to be. When you live aligned, you no longer chase validation. You rest in the quiet certainty that your life matters beyond what is seen. Michael closes this part with these words. Your purpose is not something you find, it is something you remember. It was written in your soul long before you came here. Each act of love brings you closer to remembering who you truly are. A divine expression of heaven's heart. So walk forward with quiet confidence. You are guided, guarded, and prepared. Your light is needed now more than ever. Do not hide it. Let your faith speak in action, your hope shine in patience, and your love transform every space you enter. And when doubt tries to return, remember this promise. You are not walking alone. Heaven walks with you, step by step, breath by breath. Your purpose is unfolding exactly as it should. There is a deep quiet now. The world outside seems still, as if it, too, is listening. You have walked a long way through this message, through awakening, preparation, alignment, and purpose. Now, as Archangel Michael's voice returns, it carries a softness that feels like dawn after a long night. My beloved one, he begins, you have listened with your heart, and heaven has listened to you. This is the moment where all you have learned becomes life. You are no longer just hearing truth, you are becoming it. He pauses, letting the words settle in the silence. The time of fear is ending for those who choose peace. The time of confusion is fading for those who choose faith. The time of wandering is over for those who walk in light. This is not a call to perfection, it is a call to presence. It is the understanding that heaven has always been near, not in thunder, not in signs, but in quiet love that never left. The renewal of spirit. Michael continues, renewal begins when you release the need to control. You cannot shape the wind, but you can raise your sails. You cannot predict the future, but you can prepare your heart to trust. Every breath you take is an opportunity to begin again. Heaven is not waiting for you to become someone else before blessing you. It blesses you as you are, guiding you gently toward who you are meant to be. Renewal is not a single moment, it is a rhythm, a way of living open to growth, forgiveness, and wonder. You have been through seasons that seemed endless, prayers that felt unanswered, moments where silence felt like absence. But silence was never abandonment, it was space for you to strengthen. Every unanswered question became the soil for deeper faith. Every delay built resilience. And now, as the light rises again, you realize, you were never alone. Michael says, heaven did not forget you. You were being refined, not refused. The light within. There is a light that lives in every soul, not borrowed, not temporary, but eternal. It flickers at times under the weight of life, but it never dies. Michael calls this the spark of remembrance. When you pray, when you forgive, when you act with compassion, that spark grows brighter until it fills your being. Many search for light outside, he says, but the purest light shines from within. You are the temple. You are the vessel. You are the reflection of divine love made visible. To live in this truth is freedom. It means no longer waiting for peace to arrive, but recognizing it already dwells within you. It means seeing challenges as invitations to reveal strength, and seeing others not as threats but as fellow travelers in divine purpose. The gift of stillness. Michael's tone becomes even gentler. In the noise of the world, stillness is your sanctuary. When the mind runs wild, return to silence, it is there you will hear heaven best. Stillness is not emptiness. It is awareness, a quiet where divine whispers become clear. Each day, even if only for a few minutes, let yourself pause. In that pause, you will remember what truly matters. Let go of what you cannot control. Release the opinions of others. Stop carrying guilt that heaven has already forgiven. You are meant to live free, not weighed down by yesterday, but lifted by grace today. Michael adds, the present moment is holy. It is where eternity touches time. When you live in awareness, you are already in prayer. The blessing of transformation. Transformation is not sudden, it unfolds like the seasons. You may not see the change day by day, but one day you will look back and realize how much light has filled the places once shadowed by pain. You are stronger than before, not because you avoided hardship, but because you walked through it and remained kind. You are wiser, not because you have all answers, but because you've learned which questions truly matter. And you are freer, not because everything is easy, but because you no longer fear what you cannot control. Michael reminds you, every challenge you faced became a teacher. Every loss made room for something greater. You have been transformed not by escape, but by endurance. Transformation is heaven's way of polishing the soul until it reflects divine love clearly. The more you surrender to this process, the lighter your spirit becomes. Reconnecting with divine love. Now Michael speaks of love, the pure kind that cannot be broken or withdrawn. Love is not a feeling that comes and goes, he says. It is the essence of God flowing through creation. Every act of forgiveness, every prayer for peace, every moment of compassion increases the current of this love on earth. You were not called just to receive love, but to become it. To walk through life as evidence that love still exists, even in a world that often forgets. When you respond to cruelty with patience, when you choose understanding over judgment, you are fulfilling heaven's will more powerfully than words can describe. Let love guide your choices. Let love be the reason you stay gentle in a harsh world. For in love, you will find heaven's presence alive and near. The river of peace. Michael continues, peace is not the absence of storms, it is the calm that holds you steady through them. This peace cannot be taken by circumstance or broken by fear. It is rooted in trust, the knowing that all things are unfolding for good, even when the path is unclear. Each time you breathe through uncertainty, you strengthen peace. Each time you choose to rest instead of worry, you deepen it. Peace grows as you let go of control and let faith carry you. There will always be noise, change, and challenge, but none of these can disturb the river of peace flowing within a heart anchored in divine truth. Michael says, "You are that river. Let it flow. Do not dam it with doubt or fear. Living as a beacon. As you grow in light, others will notice. Not because you preach, but because you embody calm in a world of chaos. Your presence itself becomes a message, that peace is possible, that kindness is strength, that love never fails." Some will come to you for guidance, drawn by your energy. Offer it humbly. Do not speak from superiority, speak from experience. Tell them, "I am learning too. I simply walk with faith." Michael explains, the greatest leaders in heaven's kingdom are servants on earth. The greatest teachers are those who keep listening. Your mission is not to convert others, it is to live truth so sincerely that others rediscover it within themselves. In your calm, they will feel safety. In your patience, they will feel hope. In your light, they will remember their own. When you feel alone, even the strongest souls have moments of loneliness. Michael understands this deeply. Do not believe that loneliness means absence, he says. Often, heaven grows quiet because it is closer than ever. In those moments, do not withdraw from prayer. Speak to heaven honestly, share your doubts, your fatigue, your fears. The act of speaking opens the channel again. Silence will soon turn into comfort, and comfort into assurance. Remember, faith is not the absence of emotion, it is the decision to keep trusting through them. When tears come, let them. They are prayers too, written in water. You are never forgotten, never unseen, never unloved. Every cry is heard. Every sigh is noticed. Every moment of surrender is received with grace. Heaven's final encouragement. Michael's voice now grows radiant, filled with calm joy. The journey does not end here, he says. This message was not to warn, but to awaken. You were never meant to live small, afraid, or uncertain. You were created to shine, to love, and to rise. Heaven is not asking you to do everything, only to do what love calls you to do. You are not responsible for the whole world, but you are responsible for the light you carry. Guard it. Share it. Keep it burning even when others doubt it. Heaven will handle the rest. Michael continues, you will see evidence of divine timing in small ways, a door opening when needed, a word arriving right on time, peace returning when all seemed lost. These are not coincidences. They are the footprints of angels walking beside you. Every step you take in faith sends ripples through unseen realms. Your kindness heals more than you realize. Your patience uplifts generations yet to come. Nothing done in love is ever wasted. The eternal promise. Finally, Michael gives a promise, one meant to remain in your heart forever. Do not fear what lies ahead. Heaven's plan is not fragile. You cannot miss what is meant for you when your heart stays open to light. Even detours will lead back to destiny. He pauses, as if placing a hand upon your shoulder. Whenever you feel weary, remember this, the same power that created stars lives within you. You are made of divine essence. You are loved beyond measure. You are never walking alone. Heaven walks with you through every dawn and dusk, every triumph and tear. And though you may not see angels with your eyes, you feel their presence in peace that passes understanding. Michael concludes, the message is not to frighten, but to free. Not to predict, but to prepare, for a life lived fully in faith, in compassion, in light. As the final part of this message unfolds, imagine light descending, not from far above, but from within, expanding outward like golden warmth filling the room. Michael speaks one last time. I bless you with courage to walk in love, with wisdom to see beyond appearances, with patience to trust the timing of heaven. May your mind remain clear, your heart gentle, your spirit steadfast in every season. May every word you speak carry grace, and every action you take reflect peace. Heaven smiles through you each time you choose kindness. Every sunrise you witness is another invitation to begin again. The world may tremble, but your soul stands firm. For within you lives the same light that has guided saints, prophets, and dreamers through all time. Michael's final whisper is this: live as one who knows you are loved. Forgive as one who knows you are free. Walk as one who knows heaven walks beside you. And with that, the light settles, not departing, but resting within. The message is complete, but its truth continues through you. For now, you are the messenger. You are the continuation of the divine word spoken through peace.